I do think that's true, yes.
Okay, works for me.
Dale, how do you feel about oversharing on social media? That it's too much information, or it's okay to put it all out there?
I think social media is a really good thing in the sense that people can connect with their friends, but at a point it becomes too much. Like taking a picture of every meal you eat, it kind of takes away from experiencing the moment and focusing on, oh, I have to take a picture of it and look at it later. Like, I think we should just appreciate what's happening right then and there.
Do you think it affects language negatively?
Yes, I have seen many kids using like abbreviations actually on their schoolwork. And I do think it affects that because you get so used to typing that way that you just naturally use it all the time.
What was the last book you read outside of something assigned for school?
My mother just gave me a book. I haven't started it yet.
Okay, well you will by the time you're in Mobile, so what's the title of the book?
I don't know.
Do you have a favorite dancer as a role model?
Yes, I have many favorite dancers. Andy Pellick is a very strong dancer. He teaches at NYCDA, which is New York City Dance Alliance, and it's a competition and convention. So I've actually been able to take class from him many times, and he's very inspirational and he's just amazing. He always says, every class be the lion, not the lamb, and I think that's just so cool because he's trying to empower young girls and boys to go for things and not just sit back and watch other people do what maybe they would like to be doing.
Okay, so there's 50 distinguished young women here. What's the percentage of lions to lambs, do you think?
Distinguished Young Women being such a prominent program in young women who are striving to accomplish a lot of things, I think that every girl here is a lion and they're hungry to learn all they can and be the best person they can be, and that's why they participated in this program in the first place.
Dale, how do you feel about immigration reform and letting illegal aliens into the country?
I don't know much about this subject, but I think that there should be some security that they have to go through to make sure they're not going to do any harm to our country, but I don't think that we should deny people a chance for a better life or a better way of living than maybe they had before.
Do you think you should be drug tested before you receive anything from welfare?
I think that would be a good thing. However, some people who maybe do use drugs, I don't think they should be denied welfare because they use drugs. I think that they should maybe be put into some sort of therapy or help to steer them away from their addiction. I don't think they should be denied help.
Recent school and university shootings have focused some attention on both gun control and mental health, the treatment of folks with mental disabilities in the country. Which do you think is more responsible for the spate of shootings? Is it a fault in the mental health system? Is it a fault in our gun laws?
This issue is really close to my heart. With the Sandy Hook shooting, I actually watched this on the news and I wondered what I could do to help the situation, and I actually choreographed a dance for the victims with a few of my friends and we put it on YouTube. But learning more about school shootings, I do think that it is more the issue is more focused on mentally ill people. I don't think that gun control is the issue. I think that we need to have more ways of therapy and help for people who need the help instead of just ignoring them.
What is your most cherished memory?
I'd probably say this experience being in Mobile and meeting everyone here, it's just been very eye-opening, and I've met so many good friends and learned about states that I've never been to before.
How would you like to be remembered?
I'd like to be remembered as someone who's kind and friendly and not afraid to say hi or start a conversation with anyone.
Describe your perfect day.
My perfect day would be waking up and going to Teas, which is my favorite restaurant where I live. It's in Narragansett. And they have ooey gooey French toast, which is a cinnamon bun with icing on it, and they call that breakfast. So I always order ooey gooey French toast. So I would definitely go to breakfast first, and then I would go right down the street to my dance studio and maybe do a little workout and some improv with my friends, and then I would go to the beach.
Which of the freedoms that you have in the Bill of Rights would you most be upset to lose?
I would be upset to lose the freedom of speech. I think that everyone should be able to express themselves however they wish to, and I don't think that that would be good to not have as part of our rights.
Do you think America is declining in its prestige in the world today? And if so, how can we change that?
I don't think that we are declining. I think that even if the president, or some say he's made some bad decisions, I don't think that our overall image is declining. I think if anything, we're improving.
If you could have lunch with anyone living or dead, who would it be and why?
I would want to have lunch with George Balanchine, the famous ballet choreographer. He just seems like such a nice man, and he was so influential into the dance world, and I would really love to get to talk to him.
Did Balanchine do West Side Story? Is that him?
He did Stars and Stripes, Jewels, or Jewels, yeah.
Okay.
He did a lot of different ballets.
Do you think that technology is enabling us to be lazy?
I don't think so. Just talking to one of my friends, she was saying that she didn't want to text directions to a place. So I think technology, in that sense, was forcing her to not be lazy. I think that if someone's lazy, they're just going to be lazy no matter what. I don't think technology is furthering that.
You come from a state with a very high unemployment rate. Why do you think that is, and what do you think we could do about it?
I'm not sure why there's such a high unemployment rate. I think that we should have more ways of support for people who are maybe unemployed and maybe homeless. I think that we should make some more systems to help them get back on their feet.
Okay. Unfortunately, Dale, our time is drawn to a close, so is there anything that we didn't talk about that you'd like to talk about, or anything you want to leave us with?
Maybe I'll tell you something silly that happened today, just kind of a silly story. So I work at Jim's Dock, which is a restaurant in Matunic, and I hostess and I also do takeout orders. So today I was supposed to get off at 2 o'clock, and I was waiting for this takeout order that wasn't ready yet. So I was sitting there waiting for it, and it was a giant order. There was like 6 boxes, and I had to carry it all the way over to the lady. And so I waited about 10 minutes past time when I was supposed to leave, and I walked over to her and I gave her back her change, and she did not tip me. and has really upset me. And maybe I would like to share with you guys the fact that tipping can really make someone's day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. No, come sit.